building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds. People on the internet, they call me SupremeRumHam, and this is the Building an Indie Business podcast recorded in the Indie Business Studio. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about e-commerce. I'm going to go over the types of e-commerce, how e-commerce is different from art, revenue generation in an e-commerce store, revenue ideas. I have a lot this time. Expenses, revenue reducers, problems, my opinion, and yeah, that's it. So let's get into it. The types of e-commerce. There's big brand, and so big brand is like Target. The consumers might think that big brand e-commerce stores are more reliable than the others. There's hosted. And so what hosted is, it's like if Target let a human, a person, create their own e-commerce store within Target.com and let them sell their own products, right? And in this case, the person running the e-commerce store does not have to worry about getting traffic. Fun fact. And then they're self-hosted, and this is like Shopify or Gumroad or, hey, Stripe. What do you know? So yeah. You're going to be getting less sales, but more money per sale because there are less fees versus a hosted store, right? Because they'll get you the traffic, but they'll take the fees for doing that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying over here? Okay, sorry about that. How e-commerce is different from art. I wanted to bring this up because I did like 2 episodes on digital art, and some people might be saying like, dude, isn't digital art and e-commerce the same thing? No, it's different. You hear me? Sorry. So e-commerce can be selling anything. PDFs, videos, physical products, and the products, they have a price ceiling. For art, people will pay anything for art. So, for example, let's say I sell, I don't know, let's say I sell a book, right? No, that's a bad idea. Let's say I sell a t-shirt, right? So I have a t-shirt, and t-shirts are in the store, right? T-shirts are in the store for like $20. So, like the price ceiling of my t-shirt is like $30 because it has to be around the market level or market price, right? Or else people won't pay for it. Art doesn't have a market price. People will pay anywhere from $50 to apparently $69 million, you know? So, yeah. Okay. Revenue generation. So there are several different methods that a e-commerce store will use to generate some revenue, get that traffic in, have those people spend some money, and there you get your revenue. Okay. So the first way is SEO. They optimize their store content to be searchable on Google, and people find that stuff and then they click on it and they buy it. You know what I mean? Okay. The next revenue generation method is email. So they click on the store from Google and then they buy it. Then you ask them to save their email. And then you take that email and you send them discounts and other things, information about the store, right? And so then they come back and they buy more things, right? And then also you might just offer them a discount right away. And then they use that discount and they buy something, then you keep their email, right? And so the third revenue generation method is coupons. You're giving you're taking their email and then you send them coupons, because let's say you're selling something for $10 and it costs you $1 to make it. To give someone a discount at $2, you're still making $6, and $6 is better than no sale, right? So you offer them a discount. Okay. There's social media too, right? You take your links, your content, and you post it on the internet. And some people click on that social media post, they go to the link, and they might buy it, and then you get their email, right? And then you send them discounts. That's how you do it. Ads. So here you have someone else. You can have someone else. An influencer is the word I'm looking for. Post about your product, and then they try to get their followers to click on that ad and buy something. Then you get their email and you send them coupons through the email. I don't have the email. I don't do the email. It's not the email. It's just email now. Okay. Sorry. I'm full of jokes today. Yes. Then there's also pay-per-click ads, where you pay to have a banner on some website, and every time someone clicks on it, that's when you pay. And so they click on it, and then they go to the website, and then you offer them a discount to buy something, or they just buy something off the bat. You know, it happens. It could happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Of course you know what I'm saying. Actually, you might not. I'm being ridiculous this episode. Yeah. So pay per click. You buy an ad on Google, and then what happens is every time someone clicks on it, you pay, and it's per $1,000. And the minimum price I've seen for a series of 1,000 ads is $5. Because it's 5 cents an ad, right? And then you pay for every 1,000, right? So let's do the math right now. 0.05 times 1,000. Oh, $50. Sorry. I should know that. This podcast is basically me just doing like basic math that I should know off the top of my head. That's what I feel like. Okay. Revenue ideas. Okay. So, I had a talk with Ross, right? You listen to that talk, and I always talk to him. I talk to him every day, and we talk about e-commerce a lot. And so, talking to him, I got some of these ideas. The first idea is a service to help optimize your store for sales, SEO, design, and other improvements. Just like you pay these people, they come in, they improve your store for like organic traffic, making sure that your layout is optimized so that people don't leave the store because of the way you optimized or the way you designed it yourself. You just pay them and they help you get sales, right? And so that way you're not stuck with, a bunch of inventory or something like that. You're just using your store the best way possible. I would totally do this because, right, if they know how to optimize my store for SEO, bringing in free traffic, and I'm doing all those other things, that's great, right? Yeah. And then also, how do I put this? So I I read in an article in let's say 2015 that Legos have appreciated in value more than gold. Or no, their price holds better than gold, right? So of course, me, this is 19-year-old Alex, not 25-year-old Alex, just to be clear. He went out and he spent $100 on 4 sets of Legos, 25 each. Right. But then there's 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 a problem, right? I hate having to deal with shipping and handling. I hate going to the post office. I hate putting the stamp on it or whatever. I just hate packaging it up. And so these Legos, they have appreciated in value. One of them is like $70, right? And the others are like 50, 45. So they've all increased in value, right? To the point where I'm okay to sell them all just as a bulk order. But that would require me to go to the store, go to the post office, package it up, and that's the whole thing. So this idea, that this issue, gave me the idea to like pay someone to handle all my shipping and handling, and someone can do that for e-commerce too. Like you send them, or no, they come pick it up, right? You send them all the information, and they come pick up your Legos, and then they package it up, they put the label on it, they print it out, they do all that for you, and you pay them for it. That's something I would pay for, right? Come pick up my Legos is what I'm saying. Okay, and then I thought of this idea too. So I buy things from random websites sometimes. And I'm also like you can design your store for trust, right? So Airbnb, they built their website around trust because they knew that staying in people's houses is very intimate and you need to build that trust. So they design the store for trust, right? Or their website for trust. And so some of these stores that I buy stuff from, they don't do that. So I don't trust their their website. I'm like, is my identity gonna get stolen? Am I gonna get scammed? Right? So I thought of an idea to have a product that verifies if an e-commerce store is real. Just like not give it the stamp of approval, because that's like that doesn't matter. If you remember from the evil design book episode, I said that you can just put like any, oh, this website is okay and people will believe it. I want real verification. I want someone to like, maybe a company buys a product from them and verifies like, okay, this product is real, it works. Yeah, so it'd be okay if you bought something from there. And this is different from like reviews, because reviews can be posted. No, reviews can be faked. We've learned that from the Big A, right? The Big A, they let people fake reviews. So reviews on a website doesn't matter. Okay. Another idea I had was that you never know where your package actually is, right? It just says, yeah, it's in Sacramento, it's in Napa, and then it shows up to your house like 2 hours later. So there's room for improvement with the tracking of the packages, right? Yeah, I think so. And then there's also lost package recovery. So the these postal services, they lose thousands of packages, let's say every month, right? And some of that package content is very valuable. And I'm willing to bet that either the e-commerce store or the consumer is willing to pay to help recover that expensive package. So there's a service right there. I don't know how that would work though, because it's a lost package and the tracking sucks. I don't know. But I have ideas. I don't actually pursue them in this case. In the revenue ideas category, let's say. Okay. And another thing with shipping, I have a lot of problems with shipping, as you can see. So shipping, they use roads, right? And people drive on those roads. They go to work, they come from work. And I was at a company, let's say. I was working at a company, and right by this company's office, coming home, or not, no, if you were at that office on the way to the office at a certain time, you would see a bunch of trucks, delivery trucks, like starting out their day, right? And so that made me think, like, how much traffic is caused by people needing their Oreos delivered in less than 24 hours, right? And how much traffic and road space do those Oreos, those overnighted Oreos, cause, right? So maybe someone should create a way to prevent these Oreos from, causing traffic, taking up space on the road. And so the two ideas I had for this were maybe using some sort of zip line, because I know that these huge companies, these huge e-commerce companies, they use planes, right? If I order something that's in New York and I'm in California, that's 3,000 miles, and they need to get it here in 3 to 5 days. They're going to use a plane, right? So what if someone creates some sort of zip line, and instead of having it out on the road, they use the zip line and they zip line it to my house or something. I don't know. Just like, I don't know, or what is it called? Like those things. Oh no, it's exactly like this. I can't remember the name of it, but they have it in in Spokane, and you go up on this little like cart ride, and you're on a wire. Oh, a cable car. Yeah. So like that's the same idea, like as a cable car just above like my head. Stop taking up traffic, stop causing me to be 10 minutes. Dude, like I don't want to plan out 10 minutes. Like I have to plan out 10 minutes before, like instead of leaving at 7:30, I have to leave at 7:20 because someone wants their Oreos in less than 24 hours, dude. I don't like dealing with that, right? Just give me my time back. I can't get the time back, right? So just give me my time. Let me do something for those 10 minutes, right? Let me write. Writing's productive. So instead of me having to get ready or to leave my house for 10 minutes early, like just stop causing traffic and let me write. That's my platform for this, let me write. Oh, I'm off the rails today. Okay. Yeah. So there's the zip line idea I had, the zip line cable car idea, from the airport to people's houses. But then you have to have a network of that. Like maybe you have a hub for, each neighborhood. Like you drop off the packages to one spot and everyone goes and collects it from that one spot. And this is all, you're like, dude, this is to prevent traffic. Like your commute is now shorter, and it's all just because you don't have packages actually delivered to your house. It's this hub and it's not on the road, and you're saving the planet. Okay. And then also another idea I had was like to use public transit, right? So we have in the Bay Area, we have BART and we have VTA light rail, and they're like BART is a train. It's Bay Area Rapid Transit. Yeah, and it's a train. But VTA, it's like a light rail. So maybe like you have an extra compartment that's locked and you use that, no, like a car, right? Like the cable car. Yeah, let's just call it a compartment. You have another compartment of people, but it's not people, it's packages from the airport, or you put it on the top somehow, and like just you put it on the top and it rides. But then how do you drop that one off? I don't know. They're ideas. Someone can pursue them. I hope someone pursues this one. Okay. Yeah. So then another idea I had is because no. Let's just talk about the idea. So people are always going to want to feel and see something, like something that they want to buy online, like maybe that's shoes or clothes or furniture. So maybe there's a service that's like a showroom for online items. I don't know, like you see a couch online and you can't feel it or see it, right? So maybe you want to go to like some store and just like sit on it and see how it feels before you buy it, and then you get that item delivered to the house, see it in person, get it delivered, right? Yeah. Okay. And so my last idea. So I have all this packaging, right? Like I get books delivered and it's this horrible packaging where I have to like struggle to open it up, and it's plastic and it sucks. So I was thinking, like, what if there was an eco-friendly packaging? And I'm going to talk about this a little more, but that's my last idea, eco-friendly packaging, right? Okay, so expenses. Jesus, dude, it's 23 minutes and wow, okay. There's the platform fees. So if you use Shopify or Stripe or Gumroad, you have to pay for every transaction. Not every transaction, but like to be on the platform, right? And then for Shopify, you can add plugins. You have to pay for those, or they're built into the fee that you pay. Then there's transaction fees. I always talk about transaction fees. I hate them. 3% for every credit card. Those are super lame. So yeah, there's that. And then there's marketing. So if you need to pay for email, wherever you are, wherever you're hosted, you might have a blog for your website. You got to pay for that. The ads, you got to pay for that. So marketing, basic marketing, right? Okay. Revenue ideas, or revenue reducers. Sorry. There's shipping. So someone buys something, then you gotta pay to package it up. You gotta go to the post office. You gotta go pay them, and that cuts into your revenue, right? Okay. So, on Gumroad specifically, I know that if you, what's the word I'm looking for? If you if you don't charge for a product and it's a certain amount of megabytes, I think. So if you don't charge for a product, you make it like your lead magnet for free, and it's under 25 megabytes, that's okay. But if it's 26 megabytes, they make you pay for, like, it's not free anymore. They make you pay the monthly fee, right? So that makes me think that other e-commerce platforms, they charge for file storage some way or another, right? Like, if I were to pay that, like, that would reduce my revenue if I paid for that free thing, or for my lead magnet to be, 20. If I had to pay Gumroad to have the lead magnet for free, that would reduce my revenue, right? So that's a revenue reducer. Yes. Okay. Those were the words I was looking for. My final revenue reducer is competition, right? So when let's say you do a hosted e-commerce store, you're competing with other people, right? So you're selling t-shirts and someone looks up SupremeRumHam on Amazon and 5 different options pop up. You're competing for that, right? So yeah, and then when you're doing a self-hosted store, you're competing with the big guys, right? So when someone Googles SupremeRumHam t-shirt, the big store is going to pop up. And then your store is going to pop up, like, maybe at the end of the page if you're lucky. So yeah, you have to compete with. There's a lot of competition in e-commerce, right? No matter what. There's a lot of competition in everything. But if it was easy, then there wouldn't, what's the saying? If it was easy, if it's easy, everyone would do it, right? So, it could be worse, is what I'm saying. Okay, problems. So, I talked to Ross, right? And he said his biggest problem was generating traffic, right? Getting people to show up to his store. And so that's a problem that I put down for this episode. Okay. Competition. So I just said it, like, a huge problem is competition. So that's probably when I write this up, I'm going to talk about it once. Okay. Getting people to come back. So, I wrote a book, right? And I'm going to release more content in the future. And they're unrelated. So I have my own e-commerce setup. And I wonder if people that bought my book will come back and buy my next writing. So there are people that, let's say they sell a course and they have their course, people are buying it, and then they come out with a new course. Will people buy that new course? Is that a problem they have? I don't know. And also, like, I don't know. Getting people to come back might be difficult for people that run e-commerce stores. That's all I have to say about that. Okay. So, I didn't talk to Ross. I got this idea from Ross. So I know that abandoning carts is, like, a huge problem, and a bunch of people have solutions for them. That was one of the first things Ross told me. He was like, yeah, people keep putting stuff in their cart and then leaving. And so I gave him the idea to put coupons. But yeah, the coupons might not work. So you need more solutions to help, decrease abandoned carts, or, like, get them to come back and fill out their carts, or to fill their orders, right? Okay. So this next problem is kind of related to the eco-friendly packaging. I said I was going to talk about it more, right? So I've been tracking my carbon footprint and like everything I do that adds to my carbon footprint and doesn't help the planet. Because I've been talking to David Shaw and I've been seeing his tweets. That's why I've been keeping up with this. So yeah, if you're listening, you're the reason why. So yeah, and then it kind of like it hit me that everything in e-commerce, it adds to your carbon footprint in every step. Like ordering it, when you order it, you're online, and data centers add pollution, right? And then the actual item, you might be, dude, that shirt you're gonna buy for $30, you're probably gonna wear it 5 times at the most. You don't need to be paying $30 for a t-shirt, and then you wear that t-shirt for you wear that t-shirt 5 times, and then you throw it away. And that's not environmentally friendly, I would say. So there's the ordering, there's the item, and then the packaging, dude. It's going to come in this cheap plastic, and that cheap plastic is going to get thrown into a landfill and just sit there, and it's going to break down in 500 years, and it's going to go up in the air too and pollute the air, which is a huge problem in California, right? So packaging. And then, like I've been talking about, the delivery, right? It comes on a plane from New York, and you have to drive it to my house. That's a lot of carbon emissions is the word I'm looking for. So that's why I thought of like the eco-friendly packaging, because it just like it's one less thing that contributes to climate change. Or not, but you know what I mean. It's like one less gram or whatever that's added to your carbon footprint. So yeah, that's all I have to say about climate change e-commerce. I stumbled through that. Okay, finally, my opinion. You can stop listening to me after this. Fun stuff. Okay. Physical products take time, packaging and shipping. I've been talking about that a lot. And then you have to spend the money on them, right? That shipping isn't free, that packaging isn't free. These are revenue reducers, right? And someone who isn't selling a physical product, they're selling an ebook, they're selling digital products. They don't have to deal with that because the products they're digital, they're download and go. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of like digital products, let's just say. And I know that some people aren't, and I would cater my store to those digital people because it's less work. With the physical product, I actually have to hand ship every order, whereas I want to do an e-commerce store so that I can make money kind of passively, right? Like I send that email at 4 a.m. and I get a sale, right? I'm asleep at 4 a.m. I'm not up. But with a physical product, I actually have to actively do something to make money, right? I have to package it and go to the post office. So yeah, I don't know if that was an opinion, but that's there. Okay. And then speed of the page matters. I know this. A lot of e-commerce companies, they save millions of dollars by just making their pages like 0.001 second faster. speed of the page matters, because if it takes too long to load, people will leave, right? Okay, this is the last thing I have to talk about, I think. No, I have two more things. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. Okay. So, I thought a lot about this. Like, there's a lot of competition out there, and I think that personalization will win consumers in the future. So let me talk about that. What I mean by personalization is like personalizing, a product for one consumer, right? So like I'm selling a t-shirt. Each consumer has the option to buy a red, blue, white, black, yellow, pink, orange, purple t-shirt, right? And so I let them pick, and that's how it's personalized in a way, right? The self-hosted stores, they can't compete with big brands on price or shipping, right? There's no economy of scale for there isn't. It's not as great as for me to sell my own t-shirts as it is for Target, right? Target has 30,000 of that one t-shirt. I only can have, what, let's say 100 SupremeRumHam t-shirts, right? Like they're able to reduce the price so significantly, and I can't reduce my price lower than like $20, right? So, and then their shipping, I have to go to the post office, and I'm at the mercy of the post office and their shipping. But Target, they ship their products themselves. Like they can get it there, boom. They have their own stores too, where they just go, okay, he ordered this one shirt in San Jose. Let's take one of those shirts from the San Jose store and ship it to their house in 2 hours. I can't do that, right? So I can't compete on price, and I can't compete on shipping. But what I can compete on is the product, right? So this one element I'm thinking of is personalization. Like, allow the consumer to design their own product. And this would work like with decorations, like Christmas wreaths. Imagine if a Christmas tree farm did a wreath, and they let people like design the bow or pick the color of the bow. Like, what color lights do you want? Things like that. You can do this with clothes or jewelry too. Big brands, they can't individualize a significant amount of orders. But if I'm getting 30 orders, and they're all personalized, I can charge a little more and just, work on it. I don't know. I would be able to handle 30 personalized orders, right? Big brands can't do that, and that's where I can compete. Yeah. Okay. I think the value in e-commerce is allowing consumers to buy items they can't find in store, like an out-of-print book or vintage clothing, because for me to buy Oreos online, dude, I live half a mile away from a store. I can just go get Oreos if I really wanted them. But like my books, some of my books are actually out of print, and I can't get them in store, or they're not, at the very least, they're not selling in a store. So I have to go find them online, right? And I have a Yankees hat from their 2009 World Series. I can't find that anywhere else if I wanted to get a new one, or like give my nephew that same hat, and we have matching hats. I'd have to find that online, right? Okay. Last thing I have to say is that many people refuse to buy like items that can go bad online, which makes them avoid shopping like grocery shopping online altogether. For example, I refuse to buy ice cream online. I might buy ice cream online just to like talk about it here, but that's like a huge sector or section of e-commerce that still needs to be worked on and has a solution that they haven't solved, right? Okay. Dude, this is a super long episode for just me. Thank you for listening to it. If you are listening this far, I very much appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.